Morning guys, welcome back to the channel, hope you're well. Today unfortunately there's another video back in the garage. That would be due to the fact I live in the UK and the weather is very unpredictable. It's not too bad at the moment, but there is a huge black cloud over there, so if I go out I'm bound to get wet, so I'm not really up for that. So today I thought I'd do a video on the accessories I've got on my S1000XR, the things I've bought since I've had the bike. I'll also run through some of the standard BMW optional extras you can get, because obviously my bike's different to a normal bike you'd buy from BMW. It's got a few little bits and bobs on it. What I'll do with the bits I've actually put on myself, I'll go through the pros and the cons of the accessories, whether I like them, whether I don't like them, whether I think they've made a difference, just to give you a bit of an idea of whether you think it's worth buying for yourself, really. So let's get into it. So I thought I'd start with some of the optional extras from BMW. So this one has the carbon fibre front mudguard, it has the carbon fibre side fairing, and it also has a radiator guard. Now I think a radiator guard for the XRs are an absolute must, because it's such a big radiator on this bike. One stone chip goes in there and that's it, your radiator's had it. So I think this is a definite must. This one is a genuine BMW one, so whoever bought the bike before me obviously had all this extras fitted and the radiator guard, so it's a result for me, because it means I haven't got to pay for it. So sticking with the theme of BMW optional extras, just like the front, this has got a carbon fibre rear hugger. Again, it came on the bike when I bought it, so I was quite pleased with this. Something else that the bike has got, it's got a gold M Sport Euro maintenance free chain. I don't believe in maintenance free chains personally. I mean, this chain is a bit thicker, a bit heavy, more heavy duty, and they claim you have to keep lubing up and stuff. I don't believe in that. It's a chain at the end of the day. Whether it's maintenance free or not, I don't really care. I still clean it, although saying that, it needs cleaning now, to be fair. But I will still clean it. I will still lube it up as you would do a normal chain. What's the worst going to happen? At the end of the day, it's just going to prolong the life of the chain. So yeah, so this whole maintenance free chain malarkey, I don't know, take it with a pinch of salt if you like, but it does look quite smart. It's a gold chain, and if you look closely, I'll put a little picture up there, you can actually see on one of the links, for example here, it's actually got the M badge on it, so it looks quite nice. And with obviously the black and the red, it goes really, really well. So now moving on to the accessories I've put onto the bike. As you've probably seen from some of my videos, I've recently fitted a MRA Varo touring screen to the bike. You can get this in a clear colour. I don't know if you can really tell on the GoPro, but this is a smoked black screen. Comes with the spoiler at the top. It is slightly bigger. I mean, it's wider than your standard screen you'd get. Spoiler can be adjusted up or down. I prefer it personally in its upper level, obviously because it just takes the wind over your head a little better. It is adjustable. Now with me sitting on the bike with the screen in this position, I can't actually see over the screen. I end up looking through this spoiler, so I don't particularly like it in that level, so I generally keep it down. And to be fair, I'm 5'10", sitting on the bike I can see over the top of the screen, which is how I prefer it when I ride the bike. I generally keep that one, but this is something I would recommend getting. It does stop a lot of the wind blast, and also because the original screen is a little bit smaller, this actually protects you a lot better from the wind and the rain. I haven't ridden it in the rain as yet, I'll be honest, but I'm sure I'm going to get caught out at some point. But yeah, the MRA Viro screen, it's about £130 I believe I paid for it. I think it's something that's worth putting on there, and I think it looks better as well, to be honest. So moving around to the side of the bike then, see these handguards are, well, a lot bigger than the standard. For example, these are the standard handguards you'd get on the bike. They're fine. They finish the bike off quite nicely, but I did find that they don't really give you any protection whatsoever from anything. Wearing your gloves, you feel all the wind through them, and to be honest with you, I just felt they were a little bit pointless. I plan on riding this bike in all sorts of conditions, so I wanted something a bit more protective for my hands. So when I looked at getting extenders for the handguards, I didn't expect to receive full handguards like this. The idea was you can buy extenders that actually go on top of this handguard that just makes them a little bit higher. But for some reason I ended up with complete full handguards. They're a lot bigger. I'm not overly keen on the look of them, but that being said, they do provide a lot of protection. I've had no wind blast on my hands whatsoever, bugs and whatnot. These protect your hands completely. So although they don't look the best, and it probably would have looked better if they were just extended onto these ones, they do provide a lot of protection, and they only cost me like £5 off of AliExpress. It's recommended that I buy them from there just because if I'm in no rush for them, they're cheap. So I don't know if they actually sent these by mistake, but they're pretty good to be honest. I'm sure I'll get used to them. Yeah, so if you are looking at getting extenders for the original handguards, just make sure you look at the right thing. I mean, I did order the hand extenders, but they sent me these, so they're alright. They'll do. So going back to up near the screen then, I currently have a BMW nav5. That isn't mine at the moment. I'm trialling it, borrowing it, see how I get on with it. I know I've done a video about a cheap alternative to a sat-nav, and I have tried it and it works fine. It's absolutely perfect, but I've been offered this to give it a go, see what I think of it. And if I like it, then I'll be buying it off the person who's lent it to me. But yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to get on with it or not. I have no idea. That is going to be a time will tell kind of thing. Yeah, they're quite expensive, so the offer I've been given, I'm going to find it difficult to turn it down if I'm honest. So, but yeah, I just need to give it a go and see what I think of it really. Another little accessory here, Quadlock for your phone. I know you can use your phone as your sat nav on your Quadlock, and I have done. But the only problem with that is when you get a phone call, obviously it comes up on your screen, you lose your sat nav. So it's a bit of a pain in the backside more than anything. But yeah, Quadlock, if you're looking at getting a phone holder for your bike, I've tried a few of them, and Quadlock do seem to be the best one I've used. But one thing I would say is make sure you get the Quadlock with the vibration dampener, because it will ruin your camera. On iPhones especially, the camera is like a floating lens in it, and all the vibration basically ruins that lens. With the vibration dampener on the Quadlock, it stops that, so your camera should, in theory, never go wrong with it. So yeah, Quadlock, vibration dampener. You can get the option to be able to charge it and stuff like that, but that's for you to look into. But for me, it's just a standard lock with vibration dampener, and it's spot on. Another addition I've made was to the Gibby tank bag. Now, I weren't sure if I wanted a tank bag or not. I didn't know if I wanted the hassle of taking it off every time I filled up and stuff. It's the first one I've ever had, and I've got to be honest, it doesn't bother me the slightest. I mean, it's really, really simple to undo. You literally pull the lever here, and it all unclips. It's absolutely fine. To give you an idea of how much space this one's got, this is more than adequate. I mean, obviously, all my GoPros and little case in there, all that space in there. Got a little pocket up there as well to hold all your little bits and bobs. It is also expandable, so it can go, I think it's from 10 to 12 litres of luggage space. But I mean, as you can tell from this, I mean, there's plenty of space in there, and I never really use that, and all I ever carry is this stuff, to be honest. So, and obviously the GoPro. So yeah, this is actually a tank slash rear bag. It's actually part of Gibby's Sport T range. I believe it's the ST610 or something like that. Go on Sports Bike Shop, type in tank bag or rear bag, and this will come up. You can get one very similar with just like a plain cover in the front you can stick your phone into if you don't want to use the Quadlock. If I'm honest, I probably would have bought that if I looked at it in more detail, but I mean, this is absolutely fine. I'm really impressed with it. Obviously you get a carry case with it as well, and some straps to put on the back of your bike if you decide to, but for me it's just the tank bag that I wanted, so it's spot on. If you do buy this tank bag, it doesn't come with the ring that you need for it. So for example, that's simply it always take off. The ring I have to order, I ordered it actually off Amazon. I think the ring you'll need is a BF11 ring for the XR. Literally, you get this little extra bit here. The ring just clips onto your tank, onto your fuel cap, plonk that on there, and that's it, locked. That ain't coming off unless someone decides to pull on that, but then that's obviously take it with you if you need to go anywhere, don't you? So but yeah, highly recommend a little tank bag. It saves me lugging around all my top box and my panniers and all that sort of stuff, which I have got down there. Yeah, so if you want a tank bag, a good little tank bag that looks quite nice on the bike. I mean, obviously it's black and it's got a little red stitching as well. I think it fits in quite nicely with the bike, so I'd recommend that. So another thing I've added to the bike then is obviously these side grips. I didn't actually buy them to be a grip. I bought them just purely for protection for the tank, because I found that obviously wearing leathers or jeans, to be fair, you do start to rub the paintwork of the tank, so I didn't want that. So bought these R&G grip tank protector things, whatever you want to call them. They're about £30. The only thing I don't like about these, to be honest with you, is as you can see, it's level there, and then for some reason it doesn't sort of follow the contour of the tank or the bike, and that my OCD plays up, and I really hate the fact that it does not just come in all the way down. I mean, I know there's obviously a reason for it, but yeah, that really annoys me. I mean, I looked at the pictures, made sure this is how it fits and it's exactly how it should be. It just really annoys me because I like it to be square, all the way square along there, and then maybe some fancy stuff there, which is fine, but that bit, yeah, it just really annoys me. But it is what it is. It protects the tank, it does what it's to do, so I just have to deal with it. So one of the bugbears for the XR is the seat. People say it's not comfortable, and to a point I will agree with that. It's not the most comfortable seat in the world. I mean, if I push on the bottom of the seat there where your backside will be sitting, you can see it's got these lumps on the side here. So when it comes to, if you're sort of the person who wants to hang off the bike in corners and stuff like that, it's not very comfortable. But I do find if you push yourself back into the seat and sit in that little comfort area, I do find the bike very comfortable. That being said, this is actually the comfort seat. As you can see, it's actually got a lot of padding on the seat. I think the original one actually looks better because you get the XR embroidered into there with like little red stitching on the outside of the lettering. Probably looks better, but this is a lot softer. I have done a whole day's ride on the bike and I haven't got off and felt that my backside had been pounded by anything. Yeah, leave it there. Yeah, I mean, this is a comfort seat. It did come on the bike when I bought it, so I didn't have to pay for this either, luckily. So I don't think they're that cheap. But yeah, I do think this is something that maybe considering. Or I've seen a lot of people on Facebook will actually have the whole seat remoulded so you don't have these lumps on either side, which is fine, which is something I may have considered if I felt the bike was uncomfortable, but personally I don't think it's that bad. So if you've seen some of my other videos, you'll know that this bike actually originally came with a aqua exhaust. I changed it to a Pro Race exhaust. There is no shadow of a doubt this sounds so much better than the original aqua exhaust. I actually think it looks better as well. I have come across the problem because this is so short and my panniers generally sit sort of round about here anyway. There's going to be a lot of heat coming from this exhaust when I've got the panniers on. I mean, I'll post a little picture up right now. As you can see, it's sitting right underneath the exhaust, and my concern is all that heat is going to penetrate the bottom of the pannier and end up putting a hole in it. And I'm not particularly up for having all my pants strewn all over the motorway when I go on tour. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to put the Macrophobic back on it for my tour, and then after that I'm going to have to think about what I do, whether I sell the Acro and this and buy one new exhaust that actually fits longer and it's actually louder than the Acro. Again, I'm back to what I do with the exhaust. I prefer a bike with a bit of noise. The Acro, as you all know, if you have an S1000XR with an Acro on it, it's completely pointless. So guys, that was the little walk around of the accessories I put on my XR. I'll post a little picture around about now of what a standard XR would look like if you bought it straight from BMW showroom, and then I'll do a comparison picture of that one and my bike, how they both look now. As you can see, there's quite big differences. With the standard one, you're going to have the silver on the side, which I really didn't like. It really was a major off-put for me, so I already decided that if I went and bought a brand new one, that silver was going to be sprayed black regardless. But lucky enough, I found this one, and it had all the carbon on it. I wouldn't have bought carbon, I'll be honest, because it's just too expensive. It turns out it's spot on. So actually, I've just looked, there's something else I have got to show you. It's not that important, but this bike actually comes with tinted indicators. There's that one, and obviously the same on the other side. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not really sure if that is an optional extra or if it comes on all the XRs, but I'd imagine it's an optional extra, just to match the rest of the carbon and the look of the bike, really. Anyway guys, I hope you liked the video. Hopefully there's a few bits on this bike that you may consider getting for yours. I don't think I'm going to buy anything else for the bike. I don't think there is. I mean, that's mainly because I can't find anything else that I want for it, but I'm not going to say never. But at the moment, the bike is exactly how I want it to look. What I'll do is, obviously, I'll post a picture at the end of the video of it all fully kitted out with all the panniers and all that on it, so you know, so you can see what it looks like. One thing I will say about the panniers, when I ordered the panniers, when I bought the bike, I think the panniers and the top box together, colour coded and key coded and all that sort of stuff, I think it comes to about £1,500. So the panniers, the original BMW panniers, are not cheap. It was one of the things for me where I knew I didn't have to have all the brackets and all the different metal work on the back. If that is the case, I know they fitted straight on and they were colour coded and they're genuine BMW, so I know they're going to work fine. So yeah, if there's anything you want to know about any accessories put onto the bike, if I haven't mentioned any prices, I can't remember what I have and what I haven't now, to be honest. If you want to know if they're easy to fit or anything you want to know about any accessories I've got on the bike, please by all means put on the comments, let me know, and I'll answer your questions. For now, I'm going to leave it there, and I will see you on the next one. Catch you later.